Мы пока не будем трогать ни старую нашу сюжетную, и не будем трогать возвещение ранга по одной простой причине. Как вам пояснить? Там нужен 60 уровень у всех персонажей. Ниже желательно, конечно, чтобы во всех было персонажах 60 уровень. Но нет такой возможности, так как же пояснить? Ну ладно, я еще смогу получить от первого папоротника это то, что мне надо, но не факт, что получится, учтите, потому что типа тогда мне доведется тратить дуже много блюд, чтобы излечивать вот этих вот солдат, точнее рыцарей. Так. Сейчас я виконую пока місць задання легенд. Такс. Ага.
Thank you for coming on such short notice, Honorary Knight. Well, to make a long story short, there's a particular matter at hand that the Knights requires your assistance with. I have been meaning to have a word with you if the occasion presented itself, but as you know, I have recently received multiple reports from the Knights of someone within the Lawrence clan.
The Fatui? But who are the Lawrence?
There was a dark period in Mondstadt's history when the aristocracy ruled over the city. The hard-won freedom that followed with the fall of Decarabian was lost once again. The first Dandelion Knight, Vanessa, spearheaded the revolution that overthrew the old aristocratic system, and the aristocrats that had oppressed the people of Mondstadt were none of—
Oh, Paimon gets it! So the clan's descendants are now—
We suspect as much, though we have yet to obtain any solid evidence. The reason I summoned you here today is to ask you to help us further investigate this matter. Unfortunately, the Knights of Favonius and the aristocracy have been at odds with one another for as long as I can remember. We've already considered every possible way of resolving our differences, but it seems the descendants of the aristocracy remain antagonistic towards the Knights. No matter what stance we take when dealing with them, the outcome is always the same. Our efforts only result in adding more fuel to the flames. We could come knocking on their door on the grounds of a search warrant, but if the investigation were to come up empty, I'm afraid tensions and distrust would only increase. All of our past efforts would have been wasted. You are in fact the best candidate to represent the Knights of Favonius. But you need not emphasize your role as the honorary knight. You are a traveler from a distant land, and you can approach the aristocrats in this way. Once you come to friendly terms with the Lawrence clan, you should be in a good position to learn more of their possible connections with the Fatui.
Whoa! Leave it to Master Jean to come up with such a thorough plan!
Perhaps such plans have become second nature after— The name of the Lawrence clan member in question is Schubert. Lately, it is said that he is difficult to get along with due to it. Thanks again for your help. If you run into any snags along the way—
Такс. Так, виходимо. Такс. Ага. Такс. Оце він, що ли?
Hello!
Hello? What's wrong? Huh. And I suppose you think that you can simply given that I don't recognize you, I can only assume that you are a traveler of some variety. I'll have you know, if you wish to address me, you'd best consider your words more carefully. Such, now, if you're somehow capable of understanding anything I've said, then you will get down on your knees, apologize for your
That's etiquette? Simon's never heard of something.
Huh. In former times, when people knew their place and respected traditions, such conduct was only basic, and neglecting your manners would result in a swift whipping. But look at the world now. Rules have been thrown to the... What did you say? You dare question the... I'll have you know that though the Lawrence clan is in decline, myself and others of noble blood are looking... Just look around. The people are unruly. Save your words. I find your manners and bearing. Besides, I am in no... Now I have more pressing matter.
Thanks.
So this is what Master Jean meant by difficult to get along with. Let's head back and talk things over with her.
Thanks.
Well, if it isn't the honorary knight. I'm just on my way out to gather some intel. I didn't expect to run into you here. Huh? Judging by your expression, you must...
Master Jean tasked us with a special assignment, but things seem to have run aground for the...
No need to get down on yourself. Sometimes things just don't turn out as planned. You just have to keep at it and never give up. Hey, why don't you let...
Master Jean asked us to build a connection with but it turns out that he's a...
Aha, Schubert! I know him. Let me guess. He said you didn't have any manners. I've been on the receiving end of his lectures many a...
You mean everyone in the...
As aristocrats, they believe there should be a certain distance between themselves and common folk. However, there is one exception among the Lawrence clan. My good buddy...
But...
That's right. Not only is she from the Lawrence clan, but she's also captain of the Knights of Favonia's 4th Company. Eula is special. She's not quite like the other members of her clan. In other words, she doesn't really adhere to the strict rules. However, she's still quite knowledgeable about dealing with the Lawrences. I'm sure you'll see what I mean.
That's strange. If Eula is a member of the Lawrence clan, then why would Master...
Well, it's a little complicated. Basically, the Lawrence clan has frowned upon the fact that Eula joined. In their eyes, Eula is nothing but a traitor to the family. She's very easy to get along with. Just explain this. In fact, I think she's out in the wilderness on patrol this morning. You should be able to find her around Storm Bear Mountains.
Thanks, Amber. All right.
Good luck, you two. I've got my own matters to...
Thanks.
Who would have guessed the Knights have a member of the Lawrence clan? Well, if you want to learn about the conduct of...
Так, идем. Так, точно. А як сражаться против вот их кубов, что мы встречали? Так, не это. Ось. Океаниды, гипостазис, ось. Элементали, случаи с раскипным панцирем. Атакуйте только тогда, когда откроется их элементальное ядро. В критический момент они, чтобы остановиться, создают объект. Если вы их вовремя не уничтожите, переняйте на себя. Ага. Вот оно, анема. Так, если вы не взлетите с воздушным потоком и не поглотите эти сферы, сражаться станет куда труднее. Я поняла. Это фатуя, окей.
doing here? Is that why Eula was sent on patrol here?
Так.
Let's fight first and talk later.
Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun. Have a load of this.
I'll race you then.
You can't run.
Так.
Windblade.
Looks like this moment will be frozen in time.
Так.
Cool it.
Witness the power of Gugwa. Be gone.
Так.
What's the hurry?
Так.
Dodge this.
Windblade. No, my sword.
Freeze.
Так. Ага.
No one escapes my sight.
Dodge this.
Так.
Cool it. Don't get frostbite.
Так.
Freeze.
Так. Щита нету. Все. И я поясню, почему я сейчас не прохожу ни возвышения, ничего такого. Потому что там уровень сложный сам по себе. Ой.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
Там нужен 60-й просто уровень. А я как бы не совсем.
Windblade.
Как бы набрала еще этот уровень. Что дуже удивительно, что его требует вообще. То есть это предлагает, чтобы мы быстрее якобы повышали уровни персонажей наших. Чтобы типа было быстрее нам пройти данную игру. Или хотя бы, чтобы мы могли с легкостью проходить далее. Так. Ой. Кто? Что? Ага, ось фатує. Да, ага.
You don't think twice before reaching for your sword, do you? Do you have any idea? And now you get to stake a claim. You think you're stronger because you got to them first?
What?
That's right. I heard the commotion and came as swiftly as I could, only to find you two already fighting the Fatui. If I didn't make my move, you would have been able to take... Still, I'm glad you're unscathed. Confronting that number of Fatui at once can be dangerous.
Sorry, Paimon doesn't understand.
Concern? Why would I be concerned for...
Arch enemies?
By which I meant, if you were injured, I'd have to escort two strangers guilty of stealing my targets all the way back, which would mean you'd cause me even more trouble.
Huh? So that's how you see all this?
Yes, that's me.
Paimon thinks she's pretty strange. Although
You dare to call someone you've just met strange? Forget the aristocracy. Speaking of which, how do you...
This is the honorary knight of the Knights of Favonius. And speaking of rude, he's so obsessed with etiquette that he's not even...
I understand, but why do you mean to investigate him? I see. You have some nerve defaming a family member right in front of me.
No. This is an assignment from Master Jean. It's just an investigation, that's all.
To the everyday citizens of Mondstadt, everyone in the Lawrence clan is scum.
Hard to avoid such a reputation when you're known as the roof...
Oh, so that's what you think of me? Yet another transgression to revenge.
What? Didn't you say...
Curious. We've only just met, and you've already given me 3 causes for vengeance. I assume you need me to teach you the conduct of the Lawrence clan.
That's right. Amber told us to come.
Well then, let's begin your training immediately. It'll be easier to train when we're back in Mondstadt. We'll require other people. We can put that aside for now. Besides, if it's the acting Grandmaster's assignment...
I'm confused. This girl's all vengeance this and revenge that. But she does...
Такс. Такс.
Still, Paimon has met bigger weirdos
Ага,
before.
вот куда нам надо, окей.
Ah, you finally arrived. There's no time to spare, so we'll begin with our first lesson.
Wait, hold on. There's something we need to clear up first. Otherwise...
So that's still on your mind, huh? Maybe you... Don't worry. There's a time and place for exacting...
you need to be in the right...
I already have a long list of vengeance to... Who knows how long it will be before I get to you?
Well, if you have...
Absolutely not. Stealing my targets, calling me a ruthless ruler, and suspecting my uncle. All worthy. But you needn't worry. At least, not whilst we're investigating this matter. I'm sure you're familiar. If Uncle Schubert didn't commit any wrongdoing, then any such... But if he did commit a wrongful act, then he... I'm sure you understand. Good. Now, there are two key points that aristocrats attach great... Let's begin with your manner of speech. Aristocrats have a very unique way of carrying...
Oh, Paimon's already learned some Mark my words! Vengeance will be mine!
Not even close. And
Hey! Paimon learned it from you! And didn't you say not to call others strange? It seems you don't respect the rules of your own...
No, I've no need to trouble myself with such frivolous formalities. Here, for example, when greeting a friend, you could say, "As the morning dew greets the coming dawn, so do I greet you, my dear friend."
As the morning dew does...
However, such a phrase may only be used during the morning hours. Also, the party morning dew is not uncommon, so it expresses that friendship should not be measured by value, yet also suggests that friendship between aristocrats is pure.
Oh, you're Eula of the Lawrence clan, right? This can't be good.
You there, lowly laborer. You stand in the presence of a member of the illustrious Lawrence clan. Please acknowledge the glory bestowed upon thee by the nobility... What comes next? Oh, right.
Huh? I can't make heads or tails.
Hold on. What did they always teach me? Whenever a dispute arises, the protection of your family's prestige and dignity always takes precedence. Got it.
Is everyone from the Lawrence clan? The days of the Lawrence clan's tyranny have long passed. I don't care what you're trying to do. Just beat it. Like I said, I don't care what you're doing. I have nothing. And here's a word of advice. I wouldn't be caught dead walking. If that's all, I'll be going. I'm afraid I won't be able to control...
Hey! Don't leave! Halt!
Wow. The Lawrence name really does carry it.
Never mind him. I could have predicted as much.
Такс. Еще одного нашли.
You there, lowly toiler. You please acknowledge the glory bestowed upon thee by the... Huh? Why don't you respond? According to the custom, I must wait until you kneel completely before I can say the next words. Right. I mustn't look at you too long, or I'll be drawing more attention to our difference in status. Fine. You may spare yourself the formality of kneeling, as it may be a little inconvenient. I shall continue.
Hey! Stop bothering me, or else I might say something you wouldn't like to hear. Then again, I've got no words for anyone from the...
Again? What's with this attitude?
Yes, I don't think his attitude will change. If I keep grandstanding like this, the outcome won't... I'll remember your unwillingness to comply. Mark my words.
Такс. А ну-ка.
You there, lowly worker.
Yeah, I've already heard it all before. Look, just spare me the time. Our answer's always the same. We've got nothing to say to the likes of you. I mean, seriously, can't you just take a...
Please calm down. We don't want to cause...
I know she's a knight of Favonius, and that the knights wouldn't misplace their trust. Even to this very day, the descendants of the Lawrence clan are still scheming to reclaim Mondstadt and reinstate their aristocratic rule. And if that wasn't enough, here you are purposefully using their awkward way of speaking just to put on an act.
You have a point. But mark my words, this transgression will not...
Huh? You want to fight? Listen here. I may be no match for you, but I'll be sure to lodge a complaint with a... I'm sorry, but I want her to understand that Listen here. If you don't want things to get more unpleasant...
Forget it. There's no point in... It's all right. This happens quite often. Let's find someone else to talk to.
Paimon thinks we've seen enough now. Let's just stop. Actually, Paimon thinks we should apologize for asking you to demonstrate for us. We had no idea the feelings between the Lawrence clan and the people of Mondstadt were so bitter.
What can we do? The Lawrence name is already a dirty word. Don't worry.
And nothing gets in our way on an adventure. Paimon thinks we... Right? Right? We'll just have to roll with it for now. Let's just keep Eula from getting anyone else riled up.
Well then, I'm glad you learned something. You're already halfway toward mastering aristocratic... A proper manner of speech is more aesthetic than anything else. It stems from their taste for... But we must also practice your bearing. I have a very effective way of training for this. Come with me.
Такс. Подождите. А зачем нам сюда? Так, и что нам надо? Научиться благородной осанке. В смысле? Зачем? Остропана, яку нам надо, я так поняла, да? А, ось, ой.
If you wish to truly achieve the dignified conduct of an aristocrat, you must learn to remain composed and For example, you can see that part of the path up ahead is quite difficult to traverse. But a well-trained aristocrat would not only effortlessly proceed forward, but do so with...
Paimon thinks we've left the realm of aristocrats and entered... Compared to what we've already seen, this should be a piece of cake. Paimon, you've got this...
Ну, мы тут. Так.
Not bad. A lot better than I had anticipated. Don't flatter yourself. This scenario was relatively simple. There's a ley line monolith just up ahead that will attract nearby monsters. True elegance is the ability to calmly yet swiftly make decisions in the heat of battle.
Такс.
My family set only the highest expectations. Let's proceed.
Что там, куда? А,
This is the ley line monolith. Go ahead, activate it. But be careful not to get launched into the air or frozen while fighting. That would be most unsightly.
Body and mind.
Dodge this!
No escape. Windblade.
This moment will be frozen in time. Ha!
Go, Baron! Be gone!
Cool it! Freeze! Dodge this! Don't get frostbite.
Windblade.
You failed this time. What a shame. But not to worry. It's just training after all. Let's try again. You failed this time. What a shame. But not to worry. It's just training after all. Let's try again. You failed this time. What a shame. But not to worry. It's just training after all. Let's try again.
Freeze!
Rain outlines your fate. Let it rain. I'll race you there. Witness the power of Gugwa.
Cool it!
No, my sword.
You failed this time. What a
Блин.
shame.
Блин, я не знаю просто, что делать, серьезно.
Let's try again.
Ну, мы активировали. Опять 25, саморозка.
But not to
Вот я
worry.
попадаюсь.
It's just training after
Что?
all. Let's try again.
Какое? А, все, фух.
Oh, so sorry.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
Так. Главное не получить заморозку, блин. Тільки сказала, главное не получить заморозку, как тут же появляется у него вот этот вот щит.
No escape. Windblade.
You failed this time.
Блин!
What a shame.
Да вы
But
издеваетесь.
not to worry. It's
Просто 25. Опять 25. Я надеюсь, что хоть сейчас я смогу. Ага, а ты чего убегаешь? Такс. Так, нет. Фух, слава богу. Да блин!
Time to act. Let me read you a verse.
This moment will be frozen in time.
Let it rain.
Такс. Такс. Что? Куда мы так убегаем? Куда? И пахнет, решил пустить. Такс. Фух. Все? Да, все, наконец-то выконали. Все. Стоять. Ага.
And you managed to remain calm even in these grueling dragon spine surroundings. Given such an outstanding performance.
Like Paimon said,
А где наша Паймон?
Hold on. I was commending the traveler's performance just now.
What? You mean...
Yes, of course. You were frantically flying and dashing about throughout the entire... Did you even listen to anything I was trying to teach you?
Hey! That's not true!
Whatever the reason, not heeding my instructions, a cause for... Now, drink this.
Huh?
То есть...
What is it?
Certainly not. Didn't you just say that you were freezing? Drink it and it'll help...
Oh,
If I wasn't, then why would I care about you being cold? So, dear friend, don't die on me out here.
Такс.
Paimon knew something was off!
All in the name of vet. Now then, given that your training is complete, I already have something in mind.
Так, ладно, на этом, пожалуй, я пока не закончу, но в скором времени вернусь, так что не переживайте, сейчас только я. А хотя, куда там нам надо? Вон, что там, типа наш город, тоді лучше я перемещусь в город, да. Поверьте, если я сдохну вот так вот нечаянно в этих горах, то это, конечно, будет фиаско, полнейшее фиаско.